We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Freak Show. I am your host, Bumpy McSquigum's Fantasy Kommander Eukarion Wars is here. It's finally got a release date, and the release date is today. That I'm recording it on the day of its release. And it is from the folks over at AgeOfGames, Untold Games, Troglobites Games, and again, January 18th, 2024. It was projected, or they were shooting to get it out at the end of last year. They hit the beginning of this year, so there you have it. I believe I did a single episode of this before. I wasn't sure if I was going to do like early access coverage or like a pre-launch, doing a little bit. I think I only basically ran through the tutorial. I think we're probably going to end up running through the tutorial again because I kind of want it all in one place, one area. But yeah, this is an old school game. I believe it's just a remade old school game, and it was really, really enjoyable the last time I ran through it, the tutorial anyway. I'm going to be running through it again, and we're going to get further along than just that. I'm shooting to actually play through this. Like I said, this is 100% right up my alley. I'm super happy that the developers reached out to me and they sent it my way. So big shout out and a thank you to them. And without any further ado, let us begin. We can load our game. We can do new campaign. We'll do new campaign. We have the art of
Carl believes in your.
We have the art of command. We've got all these other things to do as well. You can only play it after you did the sacrifice of dwarves, after you did the defense of head maul, and the courage of knight. Art of command is the tutorial campaign. If you want to skip it, you can.
The Emperor Carl believes.
But
the Third War of Eukarion.
Do you really want to? Anyway,
the Emperor Carl believes in your abilities and is asking you to lead the armies of Adamantia into battle. But can you really lead an army?
Probably.
If it is the first time you take part into a War of Eukarion, maybe the legendary Commander Fergus could teach you something useful.
And we're going to hope that he can. Because, again, this is going to be a rehashing. I kind of want a quick touch-up. Like I said, I want the tutorial and the entire game, all of it in one place. So we are rehashing old stuff. This is one of the reasons I don't like doing, if I know I'm going to try to do a full Let's Play of a game, I don't like doing like a third of a game in early access, only to have to restart once it's fully released and continue on from there. I think at this point we could probably just tack this on as like episode 2 and go from there, but I don't know. This just feels better, so apologies if it's retreading some old territory. But we will be getting to new stuff relatively soon. Probably the next 2 days or something like that, we'll have a new episode up with some new stuff that you haven't seen before. Alright, Emperor Carl believes in your abilities and is asking you to lead the armies of Adamantia into battle. But can you really lead an army? Okay, yeah, this is exactly that. So we have Epic and 7, 8, 10, and no special requirements for our various different victories. I don't know what kind of rewards we get from those, and do as they say, basically.
Commander, considering we are both true warriors, let us not stand upon ceremony.
Okay, Fergus. I agree. I click.
The Emperor requires your services in war instead of wasting time with pretend fighting.
Cool.
I am sure you look forward to playing for real.
Yeah, I do.
Then shall we begin your training?
Yes, we shall. Fantasy Kommander is a turn-based strategy RPG game. Each turn is divided into 2 phases, one in which you can move and attack with all the units, and one in which your adversary will. The main control interaction tool is your mouse. You will select, move, analyze, buy, upgrade, and, poke, I guess. Anyway, upgrade your units and attack your enemies simply by pointing and clicking at them. Sure.
In battle, you must first analyze the field, the deployment, and the typology of the enemy units.
Okay. Use the arrow keys to do stuff, or point and click the edges of the map to move around the battlefield. Moving your cursor over a unit on the battlefield will show its characteristics. Oh, okay, it jumped because I moved over a unit. There are several types of terrain. The main ones are plains, forests, hills, mountains, and marsh. Marsh, so on and so forth. All right. The type of terrain affects how units move around and fight. In general, you'll receive some defensive bonuses in all terrains except for plains. Some units, such as dwarves, elves, or ogres, have special bonuses or malices on specific terrains. As an example, dwarves double their offensive and defensive capabilities in the mountains, while these characteristics get halved in forests. The elves experience the exact opposite, while ogres grant significant bonuses in the marshes. Okay. There are also several types of territories with buildings. The main ones are villages, towns, castles, and temples. The presence of buildings affects how your units move around and fight. In general, units seizing the hexagon with buildings will receive notable bonuses in defense.
After surveying the battlefield, it is advisable to identify the targets.
Okay, gotcha. You can see how the map objectives are identified. Can I? There are two kinds of objectives, primary and secondary. If you fulfill the primary objectives, yellow, before the secondary ones, light blue, the latter will result as being incomplete. Yep. Even if you wipe out all enemy units, there are also several levels to victory that, unless otherwise stated, depend on the number of turns you take to meet the main target objective. Alright. You can always check the summary of the mission by clicking on the button Briefing in the main interface.
Now that you know what to conquer and who to fight, it is time to deploy the army.
I have no idea what's happening. Click on a unit in the units box and deploy it on one of the hexagons that will be highlighted. So these are all the bad guys. We're about to get all our good guys. Alright, we have Aladdin. Oh, I was kind of hoping that this would get bigger, but I understand why it's not. Elven infantry. Human archers. Dwarves infantry. And human light infantry. Okay. I mean, I suppose we'll plop you down here.
For the glory of Headmal!
Alright, now you get to decide the orientation of the unit, deploying the arrows which appears next to it. Orientation is critical. A melee attack performed from behind is much more deadly than a frontal attack.
Who is the target du jour?
That does not matter. We'll have the dwarf boy here.
Orders, Commander.
Orders.
Yes, Commander?
Yes, Commander.
Yes, my liege.
Alright, I think that's what we're going to do. Deploy your units. In case you have any doubt, you can click on a unit on the battlefield to put it back into the units box and then deploy it again. When you have finished, you can click the End Turn button. Bear in mind that some battles require that you deploy all units or specific ones, while in others you can deploy just part of your army. As mentioned above, in this case, you have to deploy all of them.
In this simulation, we will face units not unlike ours that will play the role of the enemy.
Alright.
Other special units such as cavalry, men-at-arms, dwarvish defenders, or the Lady of the Woods will be unveiled to you in the real war of Eukarion.
Eukarion.
Start moving the army. The battle is on.
Yes, it is. Alright, select archer unit. Move it to one of the highlighted... okay.
Who is the target du jour?
Alright. As you have probably seen, the movement always stops on a hexagon which is next to an enemy unit. This happens because all units exert control zone, or ZOC, zone of control, on the nearby hexagons, which forces enemies to stop. It is fundamental to learn how to make use of ZOC. ZOC are highlighted in orange. Yeah.
In battle, you must always be alert and learn to make difficult choices at just the right time.
Indubitably.
Now, show me how you would attack the enemies that you see carelessly positioned in front of our unit. Remember, carefully weigh all the possible outcomes of the fight.
Indeed, Fergus. Indeed, carefully. There are two types, melee and ranged. The type of attack is determined by the type of unit attacking. Before launching an attack, you can predict its outcome. Okay. Select any unit in your army with the cursor over an enemy unit displayed. The prediction of the damage that you will do and your enemy will suffer from the attack. Warning, this is just a prediction, not the certain outcome of the battle. There is a 30% percentage for the battle to go better or worse than expected. Besides, keep in mind that the complex random combination of events in a battle are simulated by throwing the dice. Therefore, unexpected events can always happen, like very bad attacks or incredible critical hits. Select any unit in your army and move the cursor on an enemy unit to view the battle prediction. Alright.
Who is the target du jour?
I will hit him for 11 to 26 damage. Alright. To perform a ranged attack, an enemy must be within range in the line of sight of the attacker, which varies depending on the unit. The advantage of ranged attacks is that the enemy cannot fight back. The disadvantage is that line of sight must be free in order to attack, with the exception of units using magic. The hexagon of the enemy units that you can hit will be highlighted in red. All right, obstacles in the line of sight of units, with the exception of those using magic, are all types of terrains except for planes and enemy units. Select the archers, attack the enemy. They have an attack range of 3. Oh, I thought they had an attack range of 2. Look at that.
Who is the target du jour?
The unit types archers, crossbowmen, and mages play a very important function of support in defense. If an enemy attacks a unit which has an archer, a crossbowman, or a mage next to it, the unit will receive a defensive bonus. The support is valid only for 1 attack in each turn. Okay.
Well done. It is always better to weaken an enemy from a distance before engaging in hand-to-hand combat.
I thought so as well, Fergus.
Now for the fray. I suggest you maneuver and hit the enemy at his flank.
I don't know if I can do that. There's a zone of control issue here. In order to perform a melee attack, the target must be on a hexagon next to the attacking unit. The advantages of a melee attack is the high impact of damages and the possibility to maneuver before the attack in order to try and hit the enemy at his flank or from behind. The disadvantage is that the enemy counterattack causes damage to your own unit. Yeah, I know. Melee attack. The importance of the front of attack. Attacking an enemy on his flank or from behind does not have the same effect as a frontal attack. The best attack ever is from behind. In this case, the enemy cannot counterattack and suffers double damages. The attacks to the flank have advantages as well and are always better than a head-on attack. This rule does not apply to units in villages, towns, or terrains with buildings. When they are attacked, they are always considered as being in front of the attacker. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Select the light human infantry, move it if necessary, attack an enemy by clicking on it. I don't want to know.
Yes, my liege.
Oh, I guess I can do that. All right,
An excellent attack. I do not understand why you have been compelled
Exactly.
to this exercise.
Me neither.
But we must go through with it. Hence, show me what you can do with the elven veterans.
Yes. But I'd rather use Eladin, but okay. Alright, the elven infantry activate the special ability Offensive Mastery. The attack characteristic of the unit will increase by 30% for 2 turns.
Yes, Commander?
Okay, is this something I want to do over here?
It will not be easy to lead such strong elven veterans in war. Enjoy their power during this training.
I mean, I think it's going to be pretty easy. I'm just saying.
Show me what you can do with the magic powers of the Enchantress.
Yeah. Alright. Some units can cast spells with various effects. These effects can be summarized in a window that pops up when you move the cursor over the icon of the ability. To use a spell, just click the corresponding active icon. When you select a spell to attack, the target area and the units it will hit become visible. Be careful, because some spells can damage both enemy and friendly forces in the area. Select Eladin and click the icon of the spell Enchanted Dots. The enemies that you can hit will be highlighted. Click on one enemy unit to hit it with a spell.
The
Eladin.
glory of Hedmal.
Enchanted Dots.
Great. You can truly fight.
I mean, I didn't do much.
Now let's see how you deploy the dwarves in defense.
Okay. Units that are not involved in a moving action can entrench in a hexagon where they are currently located. To do this, you need to select that unit and click the Entrench button. The entrenchment can be repeated up to 5 times, and it boosts the unit's defense. Defenses built by entrenched units are destroyed if the unit moves. They decrease progressively when the unit suffers attacks until they disappear. Dwarf and Entrench.
At your orders, Commander.
Entrench right there. All right.
Perfect. Now, let us see what you can really do.
I mean, I can't. You keep telling me what to do, man.
You have the command. Capture the camp behind the river.
All the way over there?
If you can.
If I can. Here we go. From now on, you can move and attack freely. To select the units of your army, you can use the button Next Unit. Then, when you have finished moving and attacking, you Want to end your turn, hit end turn. Remember that your main objective is the camp behind the river, and while the secondary one is the village. The sooner you capture the camp, the bigger the victory. Fight to your best, because even if it's only a simulation, the enemy will be merciless. Alright, cool.
At your orders, Commander.
Yes, Commander.
I mean, I guess I could try to hit you, maybe. Ah. You fool! Alright, cool. I think everybody's kind of moved at this point.
The glory of Headmar.
She can move. I
Yes, my
suppose.
liege.
Alright, and guess some other folks can kind of
For the
move.
glory
Yes,
of
Commander.
Headmar.
Alright, let's see what happens. End turn. He moved into the
Who is the target du jour?
the mountainous
At your orders,
spot,
Commander.
which is not necessarily a bad plan.
Who is the target du jour?
We
For
did
the
shove him
glory of
back further.
Headmar.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to blast you with
At your
some
orders, Commander.
Yes, nature there. I'll take the 1 point of
my
damage if I must.
For the glory of
Yes,
Headmar.
Commander.
Okay, well.
Who is the target du jour?
Oh, unexpected and very
Who is
smart.
the target du jour?
Okay, I can't see
For
over
the glory
the.
of Headmar.
I can't see over the stuff. I don't think I want to
Yes,
actually
Commander.
hit you.
At your orders,
For the
Commander.
glory of Headmar.
Who is the target du jour? At your orders, Commander.
That's your orders, Commander.
Who is the target du jour?
I can't believe we lost our boy.
Yes, Commander.
That felt pretty bad.
At your orders,
Not gonna
Commander.
lie.
Who is the target du jour?
I am saddened by this.
For the glory of Headmar.
Alright, very cool.
Who
Alright,
is the target du jour?
apparently we are taking damage. Okay, apparently
For the
that is
glory
outside
of
of our
Headmar.
range.
Yes, Commander. At your orders, Commander.
For the glory of
Yes,
Headmar.
Commander.
Aha! Ooh, I did not enjoy
Who
that.
is the target du jour?
For the glory of Headmar.
Yes, Commander. At your orders, Commander. Yes,
Alright,
Commander. Who is the target?
and our
du
archer
jour?
lived. That's all that really matters. Alright, and our victory is
Commander.
assured.
Congratulations, Commander.
Yeah.
You have excelled in the exercises.
Thank you.
Now, let us go to the camp and finish this damn lesson and send you to war.
Thanks. I'm sure you want me to die. I don't think Fergus likes me very much, guys. Alright, the art of command. I had an epic victory. I got some Augustali, some experience points, and military fame. I did lose 1 unit. Apparently, what? 32 died, 285 were injured, and I killed 7 units. I don't... What does that mean? Are we assuming that the units are a multitude of people? So like our unit of archer, or I guess our human militiamen that got killed was a unit that was lost, but there were maybe like 200 of them, and then there was like maybe 100 archers, and they almost died, so we have 285, or sorry, like 32 dead, and then 285 injured. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how to figure this out. But we did kill 7 units, they lost 7 units, they had 89 dead, injured. I don't understand the injured and dead part. That's the thing that I'm a little confused about, but that's okay. Augustalia, 7,000 experience, or 7,050. Why don't they line up? They should match. Maybe I got 50, and then I also got the bonus or something. I don't understand. Or it's giving us a rough estimation of it. Because this is 25,250, and this is 25. This says 10, this says 15. I don't know. Or maybe this is the reward for this. Ah, it is. It is. Okay, so this is the total. This is the reward for it. I think I did this exact same thing last time. And here's the secondary objective. This is what we got for the secondary objective. It all makes sense. I feel like I did the exact same problem last time. All right, we'll hit play. Welcome to Camp, Commander. Here is where you manage the logistics and I'm not going to do it. Organization of your army. All of the units forming your army appear in the central area at the top. Cool. Click on a unit to visualize its characteristics in the central area. Try selecting Eladin. Oh, I did it. I succeeded at selecting her. Units can be upgraded or sold. You can sell your units except for heroes, and some units that you will require in specific campaigns. Selling a unit, you will recover part of its value. In order to be upgraded, a unit must have enough experience points to level up, and your finances allow this expense. When a unit can be upgraded, a green plate will appear next to its icon. Units gain experience points for each fight they take part in, based on the final result of the battle. That means that, for example, an epic victory gives you more experience points than a decisive victory. Yeah, okay. To upgrade a unit, select it and click the upgrade button that appears. As you will see shortly, the upgrade of a unit is made up of 2 phases. Try and upgrade Eladin, or Eladin. Sure. As you have seen, the characteristics of the unit have already improved. Sweet. At this point, you can increase some of them even more according to your style of play, distributing the free points using the plus buttons. You can also click auto to have them distributed automatically. Once you have assigned all the available free points, a confirm button will activate. Click it to go to the second phase. Once you have confirmed, you will not be able to come back. Alright. You guys know I'm all about offense, but I'm also going to put a little bit into defense, and then more into offense. And then one more into defense. There we go. Confirm. This is the second phase, and it consists of the upgrade of the abilities of the selected unit. You can decide to upgrade an ability you already have acquired, or teach the unit a new ability. The current level of an ability you have is shown above its icon. Choose an ability and click on its icon. Water Blessing. A unit is blessed by water elemental power. Range 2, okay. Air Blessing. So these are new. And this is what we already have. Alright, I think I'm going to go with Air Blessing. In the middle of the rightmost column, you can see how many Augustali you have. And the number of battles that you have won and lost as a commander. Battles won, battles lost, max units 4 out of 10. Okay. And how much cash monies we have. Units in the army aren't directly at your service, but they are granted to you by the Emperor of Adamantia. The first number in the max number of units tells you how many units are in your army. The second is how many you can control. So your max army versus how many are in your army. The Emperor will grant you a maximum number of units that you can control according to the importance of the battles you are going to fight. In order to enroll new units, you must click the recruitment button and go to the corresponding section. Click recruitment button now. Ta-da! This section mirrors the one about the army, but this time you can see the units that you can recruit and not those already in your army. Next to the icon of each unit, you can see how many units of that type are available for recruitment. To enroll a unit, you have to select it and then click the recruit button, which appears in its description. Units can be recruited depending, on the military campaign that you are facing. Can be recruited depending? Does very need to be there? Does that make sense? Is my brain not working? I don't know. Probably not. Select and recruit a unit. Okay, so we got ourselves little horsey boys. We got ourselves little priesty boys, clerics, a war machine. And then we've got the light infantry garbage guy. We have the human archers. We have some human infantry. It's slightly less bad. The dwarven, the elven, and then we have the human cavalry, the menatoms, which is probably pretty darn good, and the clerics. All right, I'm going to recruit a cleric. 3,000 to recruit the cleric. The clerics of the Empire are always eager to resurrect the glorious fighters of Adamantia and ask in return just a small donation. In order to resurrect units which died in battle, you have to click the cemetery button and go to the corresponding section. Click the cemetery button. Right. Okay. All those who died in battle end up in the cemetery. Here you can see the units which died in battle. I didn't kill the horse. I'm just saying that wasn't me. The resurrection cost depends on the level of the experience of the unit. In order to resurrect a unit, you have to select it and then click the resurrect button that appears in its description. Select and resurrect a unit. We're resurrecting the horsey. Boop. You can save your progress even during this phase. Click save to access the save screen. Saving is, however, disabled in this tutorial. No, it's fine. Click on the map button to proceed with the military campaign you are fighting. First of all, you will access the map and military operations section. Your counselors will brief you on the situation and you will be able to read the reports on the battles you have fought and on those yet to fight. This way you can always review the objectives accomplished as well as those you still have to achieve. You are ready to go to war to conquer fame and honor. Congratulations, Commander. We did it. We're heroes. I don't think I should surrender. Wait, do I go to battle? What is happening right now? Hold on. I'm not entirely certain what's supposed to be going down. I'm gonna go ahead and recruit that. I'm going to recruit another boy here. And I think I'm going to go to the cemetery. And I'm going to bring back the light infantry who sacrificed himself for the greater good or something. I don't know. I'm probably lying. And why not get the war machine? All right. And then it says battle. I'm just going to click it to see what happens. But I think we're done. Let's just see what happens. Oh, it just brings us here. Okay, that's what I thought was going to happen. All right, cool. We'll be able to select the Courage of a Knight in our very next episode where we dive into the game proper. We kind of got a refresher course on how to play, and we're feeling pretty darn good. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this touch up on how to play, and I hope you're looking forward to the very next episode. Again, tactical turn-based strategy games, especially where you have multiple units, you're moving around, hex grids, or even just a grid in general. I really like and enjoy, and am always happy to cover it. A big shout out and a thank you once again to the developer for sending a code my way. It means a lot, and I do truly appreciate it. If you guys want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, that stuff's going to be down below in the description of the video, just like it always is. And until the very next episode, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.